Your horse painting was so good, I thought it was mine.
Well, now that is a compliment.
Well, it's sort of a compliment, but it also says stay away. You know, I mean, you just kicked the snot out of that one.
Well, it was nice to be able to stand there and paint and not have any pain. And so I'm
Yeah.
back.
So you're walking around. Oh, hip replacements. Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
hip
I already
replacements
mowed the lawn.
are better than knee replacements. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's amazing anymore.
yeah. Well, good for you. Good for you then.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, yeah. But don't get so close anymore. Now you're getting wait. Your paintings are getting pretty good. Really good.
Well, that's a sign of a good teacher.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't give me that crap. I know where you're going with that. Hey. But no, congratulations on your sales and stuff. I like that. Good for you.
Well, my basement's getting so crowded.
I know. I mean, mine too. Tell me about it.
I can't imagine how yours must be. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why today we're going to do something a little different too in this class. Instead of painting on a brand new canvas for something like this that has a lot of what we're going to be painting is this picture from Luca. I took a picture of a door knocker and stuff. I just love door knockers, and then sometimes you get a really good one, nice lighting and stuff on, really dramatic lighting. And I kind of liked it, uh, and so I figure we'll paint it today. Uh, but what I'm going to be painting over, I'm going to be painting over an old canvas. This is a canvas that's dry. It came from this came. I had painted this. This is a lavender field in France. This is I didn't get much time to paint with it. In fact, I was painting with Merrill right there next to me, and I didn't get a chance to finish, so I just took color notes.
No, don't do it, Jim. Keep it. It's beautiful.
It'll be better.
Why do you want to paint
It's
over
a
it? Why
memory.
paint over it? Yeah.
Beautiful colors.
See, okay. Don't worry. I can always. I'll paint it again next year when I go. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, but I want to show you. You can paint over paintings. You can fix paintings a little bit, and I'll show you. It's not that big a deal. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to mark it up and everything else. So, but we'll talk about this right now. We're going to pull it up. I don't have the gray value one. They said he couldn't do everything today. Let me see if I can find it. No, in fact, I don't even have the grayscale on it.
You do. It prints off as one.
Oh, this isn't the right one.
Yeah, print.
Yeah, I didn't grab
Yeah,
the right
prints. Where am I? It prints off as one.
one. Well, but this is one thing I do. I do a little rough.
Anyway.
This is what on some of these paintings and stuff to see if it's a good painting, if it's doable or stuff like that. I'll run it through a program. I have a little that I kind of made feel like I painted it. I went through and made some adjustments to the program, and I made it look like if I painted it, what would it would look like this, and I can put a photo in there, and this is what it would come out as. So it says this is what it would sort of look like if I painted it. I got to go, well, is that worth painting? That's half the deal. And when I do these things, let me see if I can find I got to grab it on my email. I don't think since I've gone a little bit too far here. Let me go back and go there. 1 second, folks. Yeah, it's in my emails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's not updated. Okay. Hold on a second. Sorry. Anyway, this is from Luca. Come on. Oh well, fuck. Screw it. We'll go with that. What I had there. Sorry. Let's see if I can find something else. Nice. Oh, it's all the way back here. Will be in my favorites. 1 second. Yeah, make some conversation. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just like this. And I was just walking down the street and just saw it, and it's no big deal. And then the light was, gosh, it was probably about 11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I just liked all the rust and age on it. I thought that was really interesting, besides the image itself. I'm not sure if it's a lion. It's probably a lion's head. You know, being in Luca, it probably should be. Yeah. So, and just so kind of dramatic like it is, I'm not sure how much you can sort of see in here deep. You know, when you can get in here, you can start to see some of these. One side's really dark and dynamic, which I'll keep. Even the nose it's almost like a human nose, though, on it, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And the cheekbones and stuff. So, and then those really darks and then things. You can see a little bit of stuff underneath here, but not by much. And so it looks good blown when we come out of it and you don't see all the details. So that's nice. So if you do go in deeper and pull in and put in details, it should be fine. Just keep them pretty settled, I would say. Anything inside there, I think it's gonna be fun. You know, it's almost like painting a sculpture. What is a sculpture and stuff? So I was always thinking about that too, walking around. Like, you know, you always see some nice sculptures and fountains and things like that, and in greenery. And I said, well, that would be really cool to paint and stuff, but it's one of those painting things you do. We got to do it kind of gesturally, and or you got to do it really tight. And I couldn't. I just didn't think I had to have the time to do anything really too tight. It had to be pretty simple, and then that's where this came in. I said, this is doable in a couple hours. So I figured we'll take a shot at it. Design wise, I just wanted to get it off center a little bit, and use that shadow to pull it off center a little bit. So you might still, it's slightly to the right, but not much. It's okay. I gave it enough room around everything, so it feels like it's.
Jim, was that the door, the green behind it?
Yeah, that's a door.
Right.
Yeah. Good to see you. Good to hear from you, Kim. Sorry. And that's the door behind it, and then you can see the shadow coming in from up top here, and that's just the doorway itself. Yeah, I was thinking, I like the paint and I like the distressed look of it. That was really quite an old door. And it was a nice place. The place was really fixed up. So it was like they definitely left it that way.
You can't humor us by showing us the whole door, can you?
I don't think I have it. I can show it to you. I can probably, I probably took a shot. I know I have a shot of it. So
Okay.
I can send you guys that. Why, you want to paint the whole door?
I might. It looks interesting. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can see what I have. You know, if you would have went with us to Luca and quit not set and painted so much, you would
I
have
know.
been fine.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
You just want to paint this because you can get out the phthalo green. I know.
I have so much phthalo green left on my palette. That's why I'm just trying to get rid of it. Well, yeah, it would be interesting to paint it without phthalo green too. We could do that, but then I can't get rid of mine. That's a problem. Anyway, there you go.
Full green,
Yeah,
whatever it
is.
is.
It is green, and there's red. It's red and green.
Really.
This is one of those paintings you could definitely easily do a simplified palette where you just do, you know, red, green, and a little oxide here. You know, red oxide. Well, that red oxide is red, right?
Mm.
Or the, you know, something a little bit warmer, and then white. Definitely, you could paint this thing because all these grays in here are basically, as you can see, that they're just an offshoot of red and gray mixed together. It's just a warm gray, and then you got the red tinges and stuff coming in there. Definitely, that's what I was looking for, an easy one for us today, and then next week I'll hit you with a hard one since I'll have electric again. You know, back that by then. So anyway,
Is your power still out?
oh, I got a week.
Or you-
We had a lightning strike, and then just some reason one of the breakers in the fuse box won't work, and it just happened to be the one I have all my computers on. So yeah, I can't. So I couldn't get to anything, and I had to do this the old-fashioned way, you know. So yeah, so we'll make this work. We're gonna have fun. Okay. Uh, let's just go to the palette and get busy and start mixing some colors. Oh, that would be nice. Let's replace the spotlight. And that up. I have to get some new light here. These lights are just a little too dark. They might be dulling out too much work. Anyway, I got my tools, basic, some synthetics, of course, some bristles, some big brushes. Those should be kind of fun. Did not put out enough white. Okay, I got titanium white out. I got cad yellow light, and I think this is like some lemon light too. I was painting something else, and I needed just a little lemon yellow too. Cad red light, cad orange. This is yellow ochre pale. It's still good. Oxide red light. This is crimson. I'm gonna get the crap out of it. Cobalt blue hue, which is good. Phthalo green and transparent oxide. There you go. I do have some cad red medium up here too. I'm not sure if I'll use that or not. Like I said, bristle brushes are going to do some nice work. Got my paint eraser. I might be using that when I paint over the painting and stuff to pull out some areas. We'll see. Where synthetics are going to come in very helpful. They're going to do a lot of the, really nice carving work on it. Bristles would give you the feel, and then we'll come back with the synthetics to, really do the damage, finish it up. Just get a little bit dirt off here. All right. Well, Let's see what we can do here. If we can get that green of that door pretty quickly, some of the darks, we should be in pretty good shape. Color wise, this isn't too bad really for this. For some reason, it really prints out green pretty good. Okay. So we got some cool greens up here. We got some warmer greens. Um, and then we got some really red greens. So for the shadows. Definitely let's go with some green. We're gonna go phthalo. Wow. Phthalo and alizarin. Gonna do two sides. Gonna do the purple side, and then we're gonna do the green side. We're gonna leave a little more green on this side. That would be no. I just put green, more green on it. So I'm gonna keep this on the green side. I figure I can get that, even though it looks really too dark right now, in underneath his mouth and things. Sorry if you guys can hear that. Let me bring you guys closer. I think my son has arrived. And so the dogs are going crazy upstairs.
Jim, can I ask you, are you gonna lean your darks purpley or red?
More, little bit of both. In the very insides down in the shadows, I'll be a little bit red, be a little bit more purple.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it come drift out, it will just change to the red side. More
Okay.
red, more red. And that's right here. You're right. So let's see if we can get that with a little phthalo and oxide red light. That's a little bit too red. Not going to get near there.
Jim, what was the first mix? The two on the left?
They were alizarin and phthalo.
Thanks.
That's closer. That's a lot closer.
Hmm.
That's even should be a little greener. This, I'm just going to leave this color there and just take a little bit and I'm going to go really green with it. That's a little bit greener than that one. Yeah, that's going to be a lot closer when we add just a hair of white to it. I think these guys will be perfect. All right, and then this color definitely could be in the metal area. Definitely. I'm gonna make up a couple other interesting greens. We'll go with blue. Just a little bit of blue out. And I'm gonna go with ochre. My ochre, I said, is pale. Basically, it's ochre with just a little bit of white. So that's what I would be doing right now is adding just ochre, blue, and white. Oh, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that's like straight away it.
Well, I didn't want to go right there, right off the bat. I want to try and we're going to have some fun. We're going to make up some more greens. Can you believe it? More green. So I'm going to leave this one on the blue side. Even that one's a little bit more blue and we'll be good. I probably should have made bigger piles, but we're going to mix up a few other things. All right, so we have this one. Definitely could be it. Yeah.
Jim, is your ochre just a regular ochre or is it a
It's
ochre?
it's a pale ochre.
Oh, okay.
It's called pale ochre, which basically is ochre with just a little bit of white in it.
Yeah,
So
because mine's a little darker.
yeah, you're gonna have to add white. And we just, even at you can see it in the family, just needs to be, but I made a bigger pile. Those are good. Those are good. One more little kind of fun one. Let's do couple more fun ones. Just phthalo and orange. Phthalo and orange, they just because it makes a ochre too, and it can be just a little bit warm like that. And that's a kind of green. You can have some little bit of fun playing with these guys. Too much orange. I don't want to
So
get
sorry, Jim. I had a phthalo green moment.
no.
What is that perfect green? What did you start with?
This perfect one. I started with blue and I put ochre in.
Thank you.
No worries. No worries. Not in there. Really too much. All right. Maybe. All right. So that's just cat orange and phthalo green. And this last one, I'm just going to mix up. It's just phthalo green and red, cad red. I was trying to look and see if I can. I'm going to bring it down here and run out of room. Phthalo green and just cad red. Don't really, I mean, a lot of greens, most of this thing shouldn't take too much of that. But I'm just trying to see, hedge my bet on this shadow. I'm not sure this is going to really be enough. So I'm trying to get just a touch warmer one with
You
just
say that's cat red medium?
yeah, cad red. I did use
Oh, hey,
I
you
had
guys, hey.
I use cad red light, but if you use cad red medium, it probably should be or cad just regular cad red
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
should do it. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna redden this one up a little bit more. And then I can, if it gets too red, I always got the green side to turn it down. Should be interesting. We'll see.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, what? Hey. All right. Um, basically, you're going to have to lighten up a few of these colors. Some colors are pretty good at the way they are, but these guys have white in them, so you won't have to add white to those. So if you know already have taken this and made it these colors, you probably had to use white. And I won't be using too much. I'm going to stay in this dark region. Value should be squint at it. It's really it's in between a 7s and 8s, so it's pretty dark. That's a little on the lighter side, but it should be okay for the door. Should be a lot of fun. Let's see what these guys do. A little bit of white. I wasn't sure if this would cool off or anything. This is a phthalo green, cat orange. Yeah, it's a little warm. But you might be able to find it in here. See, this becomes basically an ochre. So that's why I figured. That's if that's ochre. Let me do something. I'm gonna steal. Just look at this. We did that one. This is slightly different ochre. We put a little bit of blue in it. I'm gonna get a yeah. It looks like a little bit warmer phthalo green. It's not gonna be too much. Okay, never mind. I mean that I would have to really go blue into that. Still too warm. All right. I'm just adding white to these colors here. Uh, that one's really good. Just a hair white into that now. Yeah, that's pretty close. And then the blue. A little bit too far. Shoot. Too far. Bring back to ochre. Light. This is pale ochre. So blue and this is phthalo and alizarin up here with purple. Make a nice purple, makes it green. It's nice. Of course, we know these colors. Figured these two colors, phthalo green and oxide red light, or terra rosa, or would really be a nice color here for the metal on this guy. With just enough whites added in. I think the neutrals should work out pretty good there. This red is probably just a little too red. But let's see what we get with the CAD red. The door. Definitely get some colors in that door. So this is phthalo and CAD red down here. There's just the thing about colors. There's so many ways you can get to these colors. This is nice. It's on the Cad Red side, gray. Yeah. So those hit really good. So the Cad Red and Phthalo Green hit really, really well. The ochre and the blue hit really, really well. The other one, the Cad Orange and Phthalo Green with white in it, a little bit on the warm side, but it can be, there are some warmer little areas in here that it could be nice in there. So I think we're good with the door. We got a lot of nice metal knocker colors going on here too for the darks and into these lights. What we need though is the highlights or the really kind of brighter areas in the sky. Definitely up into 4s and into 3s. So I'm going to take pieces of these midtones here and add white to them, to all these colors here. Add white to them till I get them to about probably 4. And then, there'll be probably a few that will have to go up higher, but let's see what happens. I'm thinking this one and this one might be really, really good. So I'm going to take them up to about a 4, which is probably a little bit over half now of white into this color. And yeah, that one stayed on the green side, so I could definitely need the little Cad Red into that. So I'm going to go back and put a little more Cad Red into this color because I was thinking this color was going to, get there. So a little bit more Cad Red into that. I might put touch more Cad Red into this then. Okay. Cad Red. That one definitely I don't think I need. This is Phthalo Green and Cad Red. And I just added a ton of Cad Red to it to overpower it, get a little bit brighter colors. And then I have the little bit more halfway mixed gray version of it. Okay. Now let's see what happens here. This is what is that? Cad Oxide Red and Phthalo Green. Always makes a nice mint green. And definitely now at that point, you go, oh, definitely that color, this color here, definitely by lighting it up, can fit in that. It's going to fit in that same mold as those other ones. This I was hoping was going to get, give me another version for this guy. Oh, that almost hits it on the nose though. That's pretty good. I'm going to steal a little bit more because I could use just this might end up being a little thick, this paint here. Since I'm painting over a painting. So, but colors are pretty simple, right? Nothing too big. These colors, this one's this one over here, just a little bit more green in it. And red, it's more of a gray mix than that one. That one came from this pile where it has a little bit more coolness to it. This is pretty much down the middle. This might work definitely on highlights in the door and stuff. just a little bit brighter though. So even something this simple can, take a while to do. Mix up. Phthalo and alizarin here. We get this beautiful purple. One of the things you get purple, you got green, look for purple. You want purple. That will just make the green that much better. I'm going to save some of that. That's a nice value. So I'm going to take and lighten it up. Let me see, because I was seeing it right in some of this metal area here. Just a little bit of purple. Maybe not quite that. We'll see. And then this is the green part. Sometimes the green cancels out the green, and what's left is the red will show up. So look for that. Okay. I'll go over the colors. I think that's it. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't think I really have this warm red. I think it's going to be, I could probably get it right here though. Just more cad and blue than, and I can get a lot closer to it. Yeah. And if I need to go to the red side even more, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Those are just took from this phthalo and cad red pile here. I just add more cad red into it, and then I added some more cad red into it. Yeah. Okay, we started off with some darks up here. We went with phthalo green and alizarin. Green side, red side, bringing them down to about a 7, 8-ish value for shadows. You can see the purple showing up here and the green on that side. Then I went with oxide red light, or you can use Terra Rosa or Venetian here with phthalo green. I did 3 versions. One, I did a kind of a neutral version, which turns into like a regular gray, dark, warm gray. And then the red version, where it turns more red, keeps it a little green, but not as much. And then a green version where it's more on the green side. Then I took all these colors and I brought them down here too, and then I lightened them up. Here I took, went with blue and ochre. This is ochre. Mine is a pale ochre, which is basically ochre with a little bit of white in it. So it's already had the value hit in it, and it really nailed the color of the door pretty well. So that's a good one to go to. I did do a blue version because there is some blues in here. That's not bright enough, dark enough. I'll just add some more blue to it, but probably the phthalo is going to get in there earlier than that. Over here, I want to make my own ochre, basically. So I use orange and phthalo green. And this, I kept the warm side here. Just, you never know. You never know where you might want to put it. But then I brought it down, trying to see how warm it gets. You might get into some of these areas more distressed looks, but this area probably work better. This is the ochre side. This is more ochre ish, but then I added some blue to it, and trying to get it to this type. And you can just see it's still too warm. So the thing, I could keep adding blue, and we'll see. Over here, though, we did phthalo green and cad orange, or not, cad red. That's cad orange. This is cad red light. Just wasn't. I just thought, take, for giggles, to see if it worked. I could get one more green here, right? And that one definitely does it. So that is phthalo green and cad orange, or cad red light. So phthalo green, cad red light. This is on the red side. Brought it down, added white, added just a little more cad red to it when I got down here. And then I brought them down here and I added a ton of white to them. And because I wanted to get this stuff. And that's what happened. Over here we have cad red. This is just more cad red added in. And this is even more cad red added in. I figured just a few of these outside marks could be really cad red. So even if that pile's not enough, I know what my how to make it. So I took all these colors and brought them down here. These are the warm ones down here. These guys coming down. This is the neutral gray from that one. This is the red one, and this is the cooler green one. All going to be working into the face. It might have to go. They might have to add more white to it at the end, but maybe not. What I'm thinking about, I had the purples over here from these guys, and I'm thinking that these two mixed on top of each other is going to give me that effect. That's what I'm thinking. Well, we'll see if there's some more warmth. We can always go back here and do some ochre here. Ochre and white too. You know, if you really need it. Ochre and white, that might be just a little too strong for anything. So sometimes just gray it all out with a little purple. So it doesn't just go crazy. Just neutralize it a little bit, and then it can fit in there.
Jim,
Yeah, ma'am.
hey, what's the value of your phthalo and alizarin? What's the lightest value?
Oh, right here. Oh, right here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's probably got around 2.
2. Thank you.
Yeah, keep it around 2. I wouldn't go. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely don't need to. Try to stay away from 1. I don't think you're going to need it. I think I try to brighten things up by just putting 2 colors next to each other. A warm and a cool next to each other will brighten up the warm. That's what I'm looking at trying to do there. Okay.
Perfect.
Those
Thanks.
are the colors. And now the problem starts. Let's see how that goes. 1 second. Okay. All right. Bring you guys back. I'm going to bring this in as close as I can and still get in there. Might not seem like that much, but anyway, this thing, that's about as close as I can get. I'll try and bring it over.
Curious, is your previous painting a smooth surface?
It is. It is. Pretty much. There's probably a little. There's a couple little places where I use a palette knife right in here, But everything else is pretty doggone smooth. Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know if you have palette knife underneath, if you smooth that down with some sandpaper.
I could have. This was kind of a last second type of thinking, going, oh, this might be interesting. Let's try it.
Okay.
So we'll see if it works. So I think it will work. It will work. Here, let me see if I can probably bring this guy in a little bit into the shot a little bit more. You can see what I'm doing.
So are you gonna tone over it, James?
I'm going to tone over it with green.
With green? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to start using my colors right away.
But for those of us who are starting from white, what are we gonna do?
Good question.
Oh yeah, I would say for you, let's go with some oxide red.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay.
Yeah, some oxide red light. Just it'll gray out the green. It shouldn't affect it too much. Thin, keep it thin.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know, and I guess I could have toned it. Here, I'm a tone for those of you guys playing along with me at home. I'll use just a little bit of oxide red too, and just freshen it up. That might help too. We're talking literally bit. I'm thinking maybe this will get rid of some patches and things like that too. So it's not so crazy here for you. And also, painting over an old painting like this, if you do have paint sticking up, you can sand it down. Just, when you do paint over it, make sure you wipe it down pretty good. Make sure you don't have any grit or anything left over from the sandpaper thing. And then I'm just basically oiling it up a little bit. So just using that oxide red to basically oil up the painting a little bit. They always say fat over lean, meaning fat over lean you want to paint. Basically what that means is they at in oils the if the more transparent colors are in the darker values, and anytime you add white to a paint, it thickens it up like we do. And that's what they're talking about, starting with a thin coat. So you're starting with your oils, you're starting with your transparent, your oxides, you're painting with your phthalo greens, you're painting with your blues, you're painting with your darks first, and then just really adding white, because even when you want to build this face and stuff, you want to build it up with thickness, some little thickness of paint. You almost want to get that sculpture feel too. And that's, whites will take longer to dry. The darks have more oil in them, so they kind of blend together. But the blendings of the two, as they go too, is where all the beauty is. Okay, so darks first. We're gonna put some I'm gonna go with my darks with phthalo green and alizarin. You know, I guess I should draw it in and see where I want to be. I can use this spot here as this. See, I'm going to use part of my painting here as some of these as going to be in the painting, so I don't have to wipe it all out. So, going to make some changes. This is a shadow. Just use these areas here that's already given to me in my painting. It can be off. Let's bring it all the way over here. How far I want to be up here to this guy. I'll go for basic shapes. See, halfway done. The background I can just leave. I don't even have to paint it. I'll just paint this guy.
I actually think this one looks a lot cooler painted over a previous painting.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking
Great
maybe
idea.
this might be pretty cool if I can let some of the old painting show through, just almost like they did with the door here on that. You don't have to, maybe I don't have to do as much.
Yeah, it looks like it's made for that that painting.
Yeah. You get lucky sometimes when you do this. And I would say luck. I wouldn't. I just happened to have that painting sitting there from another painting I did where and I was using it for the color notes. And yeah, it was like, well, it sort of fits it, doesn't it? Yeah, good. How'd you do? Do you sell that house yet?
We have a contract. So
Yay!
we're in our RV and we're on the road in search of a new house.
Are you painting in your RV right now?
No, I'm not. I wish, but no, I'm just taking notes.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah,
So where are you going to look?
it's a new RV, so my husband doesn't want us to paint.
Oh, God, come on. Tell him to get over it. Get over it. So where are you going to look?
Well, he said, I heard that. Well, Brownsville, Tennessee, which is outside of Memphis.
Okay.
We've got family there, so we're
Oh,
looking.
good.
He just retired, so we're actually we could go wherever we want. He's
That's
retired, so if we just don't know yet.
Oh, all right. Well, good. Congratulations on retiring.
Thank you.
Yeah, you made it. I know so many businesses, they always cut people right before retirement. So to make it, it's really something these days.
Oh, yes.
Man.
So
So
hopefully a lot more painting.
yeah. Yeah, I'll just have to see how much I can leave here. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to stop and start a new one. Just say stop. You never know. All right. Now, just a little more detail here coming up here to the only thing is when I'm doing this, it's just a little bit tough to see where everything goes. Gonna have to keep reminding myself till the paint till the paint starts getting in there, and then all of a sudden I'll see where it goes a little bit better. So what about right? It's about right. Yeah, I do hope to be able to use a lot of these purples kind of coming through. That's what I was talking about, purples and finding green. When you find greens like this, find purple, or if you find purple, look for green. Maybe that will work. I don't know. All right. My big brush has done this job. All right. So that was just phthalo green and alizarin. I'm going to just go with a bristle brush now. A little bit smaller one than that. Go with the purples in here. Start to put in some of these darks right away. This is a phthalo green alizarin. It's my purple, basically my darkest color. Start with like areas around the nose here. Probably more shadow underneath the nose. Great to put in shadows like this, really dark, really, really dark. This, even though I put all these guys in with that phthalo green. Now I'm coming back and basically redoing them with a little more darkness. See, some of that purple, I mean, that's the purple, kind of almost that's the purple we mixed up, uh, basically to put in this stuff. So showing through here is probably great, really is a good thing. Like I said, if I can use the ink that's in there already, I'm going to leave it. Try to let some of these colors just show through here. Half of it is just the value. If the value's right, you can leave the, and the temperature's right, you don't have to replace the color. But if you are starting with a regular canvas, definitely I'm working the darks, purples, and greens in first into the shadows here. Yeah, messed up. I'm gonna start to put some of this. This is purple again, putting it in all these areas around here. Probably need to get in front of it to square things up. A little bit. Anyway, so that is first two colors going in here. Just just gonna darken the outsides of the painting. Keep everything inside a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go to mix up this color. Next color is phthalo green. Um, again, oxide red light. And this is a neutral. Basically, it's really more on the red side than the green side. It seems like at this dark void. But let's see what it does here. I'm going to put it in, start to work it in the shadow here. And again, I'm working pretty light. Basically, I just want to almost scumble a little bit over my old painting here.
Is it typically soft edges on the shadows?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And you can find them as they go farther down and farther. These back edges can be really almost really pretty lot softer than anything else. Closer you get to an object, the sharper it is. But at that point, yeah, good call. So yeah, this seems like it's gonna do the job on these shadows pretty good. Like I said, I am going to cheat and use some of my shadow marks or color marks from the other painting in here. So there's no way your guys painting should be able to look like this, but it would definitely in the way we paint everything else. You're going to get really close. Okay, this green. Let's see how it does up in here. You know, just a little bit of warmth in these top edge of these cheeks. I was looking right underneath the nose. I was seeing just a little bit of more warmth. And that might be just a little too dark yet. Maybe if I go on to the red side. Yeah, the red side feels better. Right on the top edge too. So this is oxide red and phthalo green. Definitely I was seeing it on the back side of his eyebrow, inside his eyebrow, right on over here, going to the purple, sort of creating the eye. We're going to need a little bit smaller brush than this to do it though. Yeah, this is really good for pretty much all the darks coming in here. This oxide and phthalo green on the red side. On the dark side of this eye here, on this one, I'm not going to touch. I'm not going to touch anything on that eye at all. I will just warm up the very outside and that will just be basically the shape, get the final shape. That area is pretty much done. I won't be touching it. One of the reasons I kind of picked this too, I mean, because it's for me, it's really more of an illustration than a almost fine art piece. Just because I painted this something like this uh, years ago, but I had to do it in pastel. It was a little series of knockers. So I kind of kept my eye on knockers ever since. I'm just going to pull out a little bit of paint here and there, just to get strokes going there. Oops. All right. All right. So those are my first few colors there. I'm just going to oxide. This is the more green version. I'm not sure if I really see too much of it. Maybe closer to the some of these shadows in here. That's about it, really. It's not a kind of see it on the bottoms of these shadows and then going to red as it goes farther away from the shape here. Interesting. Leave it there. Yeah. Okay, said I'm going to put it in the corners again. They can get away with it. As you can see, a bristle brush really is a paints things thin unless you really need it to, bulk up, with paint. So this is pretty thin. All right. Okay. I am to my greens. Okay, my door greens. Hmm. I'm gonna put those like I with a bristle brush too, but a little bit more square. That one was had a little more angle, drawing angle to it. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna start off with the blue side, the ochre, pale ochre, and blue.
So are you heading to the background now, the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna be working on the door now,
Okay.
and what I'm gonna do is just try to keep some of the purples showing through and some of the colors start to show through, but I'll calm it down. It's going to calm it down. Let's just see where it start up here. This is the blue side. So I'm going to just bring it in. Again, this is a bristle brush. Going over this paint and stuff, it's going to not, ask to take over everything. There's going to leave a lot of stuff showing through here. So I think I can get basic feel and be able to still
So
keep
sorry, you went for the darkest of the potentials or the bluest? What did you say?
the bluest.
Okay, thank you.
Started with the bluest. Just because I know where that's going to go in these areas. So if you do have an old canvas, and you want to try this again, could be fun. Just trying to push back a little bit of the darks there. I caught.
Jim, how about the big shadow in the corner to the top right?
I am gonna diffuse that. I'm not gonna use it quite as much. That's why I didn't, it kind of sticks out by itself there a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay.
why I decided to tone
Ignore
the
it.
corners. I tone the
Right.
corners a little bit more, make up for it. I mean, that way I don't, it doesn't have to be there. I mean, it doesn't have to be there anyway, but okay. So that's where all the blue green went. All right. Now I'm going to lighten it up. Well, I'm going to go before I do that. I'm just going to go down to my midtones now. Before I go for the bright green and stuff in here, I'd rather go for the midtone greens as I was there. So I'm going to come over here and go back to oxide red, phthalo green on the green with a lot of green in it, a little bit more green. So it's got a little bit, it's about the same value as the green I just put in with the blue and the ochre. I'd like to see what that does in here too before I leave and go to the really strong green. Basically, I think, when I put that, the one that I think is going to pretty much do the job, I just don't want to have to come back. I'd rather have this stuff underneath. So, yeah, I think it's good. And I'll come back in probably with a synthetic and, really clean up a few spots. Right now, just want to just tone out a few of these areas over here. And still, we'll see. Maybe I don't, it's a little too psychedelic. There's a little bit too much purple showing through. So that's why I'm going through and just trying to check a few of these greens here. Uh, this is cad red and blue phthalo green with white in it. This is really quite a good color. In fact, I think it's going to end up getting into a lot of these. Even on the green side, it looks really, really good. Really, really good for 3/4. It's a nice in between color for getting in here. If I put it on thick enough.
Curious, will the door knocker reflect any of the greens from the door?
It should. There should be a lot of green still going through here. But yeah, I do have we do have some lights mixed up in in those values that should do that.
Okay.
But yes, it should have definitely have some of that feel to it.
That looks really cool. I love it.
Oh, well, we all probably have enough paintings that we could find something like this to take. We all do. So to repaint on top of them, sometimes you just got to find an image that's probably simple enough, clean enough that will read, even if you dig in here too far. Yeah, that's working pretty good. That gives me some hope. I'm just gonna go to a synthetic now. And we'll just start working on the door knocker itself. I said, some of these darks in here definitely aren't going to get any more, even though you can see maybe a spot right in there. I'd let the viewer, think they can see it. I'd rather not do that. So synthetic. Can find a good one. That's a little bit big. Too small. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. All right, rosemary here. Let's see how that works. I'm gonna start working on this area here. I'm gonna come back and put in that green afterwards, I think. But I want to see what this is gonna happen here. So that's gonna go over some midtones. And some of the reds. Basically, it's gonna be a lot of the reds. But I'm gonna try and put some of the richer reds in first. So I'm gonna go with Cad Red, Cad Red Light, and Phthalo Green, and these are some of the richer ones with a lot of red in them. I'm just trying to see how they fit in there, and you might have to go a little bit more red even. Yeah, definitely around the nose. So I might have to add just a touch more red. Right here on the edge of this nose. So this is just basically Cad Red, just a little bit of phthalo green in it, really. Just to get that. I want to just basically help my drawing a little bit here so I can know where things are. I'm going to put a little, this is phthalo green. Ox and Cad Red. I'm going back to the green version part of it, and with just a little bit of white, but I just want to get more of a neutral. I'm thinking that's going to be this in these into these metal parts on the outsides here. Yeah. So basically, I think it's going to end up being a Cad Red and Phthalo Green together. Going to end up doing most of the damage now. Definitely in the ears. You can just go back and I'm just going to go basically use the green for the coolness, then use the red for anything that has a little rust to it or a little warmth to it. A little rough canvas too. This canvas is a little rough. So just a touch of oil. To get these things to sit in here, right? Definitely any marks in here are going to be, I put that cool purple and stuff like that in here. Definitely, if I want to see a highlight or if you see a highlight in here, it's going to be in the warms. It's going to be in the warms, and it's just going to try to keep it uh, as a little mark, smallest mark you can make. You can get away with. And that's about Yeah, let me see. I could probably get before I go on to my lighter colors and stuff. Get that dark in back. Get a few of these darks back in here that lost. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm gonna get my darks back in where I want. I missed one spot. Phthalo green. Right around in here. All right, now I'm going to put in some highlights. I'm just going to work, not going to get too much brighter than this. You got to get some really kind of yellows and greens and purples and blues and kind of green on that side. It's really kind of cool. So I'm not going to go too bright, because if I go too bright, you won't see all that stuff's going to go away. I'm going to be going with a neutral. Little, this is Cad Red and Phthalo Green. Just more neutral, more of a gray than a red. And I'm just going to test it over here on the side. I know I can get away with it over here on these guys. Yeah, that'll work. So that's really a neutral. That's really like a putty color. And it's going to be pretty much it, I think, for this painting. What I want to do is just draw the paint down. Just hit the highlights and draw it down to the shadow, and just really release it so I can use the full color of the shadow, softness and things. Same on the nose here. I'm just going to get the tip and draw it straight back. It's straight back. I have paint on it right here, and then when I draw back, I'm just going to release it as I pull back. So I just get the tip of the nose in there. That would have been perfect, except for I think it was just a bristle mark messed up. I'm going to do the same thing for the cheeks. I'm going to go right against, basically, in this one, I'm just going to go against the dark and pull down. Repeat as I go around. Really just relieving the pressure.
Is that a bristle you're using, Jim?
I am using a synthetic now.
Oh, synthetic? Okay.
Yeah. Just gonna hit the highlights. This is it, pretty much. This value is pretty much what is that, 3? So it's not even too bright, but it really seems really bright. Yeah, definitely got to use a synthetic at this point to get these little marks. You want really sharp little marks and stuff. Really make a difference against this softness. You got a bunch of softness here, so just having a few little really strong little marks like that really pop out. And really what I'm looking for are the stronger highlights too, the ones that like come at you so far. So I'm just going to hit those. And if I need to go brighter, I still have quite a few steps, but I'm going to try to keep it pretty simple. So I'm just going around the face really. I think this.
It's beautiful. We got to leave.
Okay.
So I'll catch y'all next week. I look forward to seeing everybody's paintings.
Yeah, you too. Hopefully you can get to this one soon.
Yes.
All
The
right.
horse,
Safe
the horse
travels.
first. Thank
Yeah.
you. Y'all
See ya.
take care. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Uh, you know, what I tried to do is not overdo this, trying to do simple, keep it a little easier, just hitting the highlights. Finding the highlights is probably more tougher to do than painting them. All right. Well, basically now I'm going to hit some of the bigger highlights on the knocker itself. I said this could easily have been, a one color, two color job.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I thought I was on mute.
that's your dog. That's your dog crying for you. All right. Now I'm just going to go in and with a synthetic now and just sharpen a couple little spots, and then we'll paint the green in. Do some. Oh, I'm going to paint the green in now, I think. Green I'm using is uh, phthalo green and a cad red, with on the green side with white. And that's for these insides. It's just a little bit darker than the other ones. Other greens I've had, we were using there. Like I said, might, use a little bit of this, you know, into this reflections. Definitely can see it in that ear here. This ear just captures a lot of it, and so is this one. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna put some greens into this. I'm gonna put them in with my knife first. Why? Because I want texture. I want to keep the texture. I want something that melds with all this stuff. So I'm just going to put it in with the flat of my knife, flat, and draw it around. See, I can get a lot of the breaking up to do on this door with that. Just the flat painting it like a cake almost with the flat of my knife. And when I get to these areas here, I can just let it go a little bit. I find this really keeps it loose, keeps you from tightening up too much. Helps keep some of that color at least in my painting. Not quite. If you guys haven't aren't using over painting something, uh, just lets the color show through. You can also paint it opaquely and not even worry about it. A lot of times people just take these things and just really take the mold paint left over you have and just go over your painting and tone it with that way, get a consistent color that way. You always got a lot of paint together left over. If you mix it all together, you're going to get a kind of probably a reddish gray. And, paint over your old paintings like that. Right. Well, interesting. Probably looks better big or smaller. Let's see. You're just going to put in a little bit of air into it, and I should be done. I'm going to go. This is a cad red and phthalo green, but it's on the red side and white. Ooh. Oh, mistake. Anyway, these are all. Maybe it was a lucky mistake. Drawing was off pretty bad. Okay, and that's about it. I don't know what time it is. What time it is? It's only 11:30. We got a half an hour to paint. Oh, what can we do? I guess I got to start over. I'll wrap it up and start over. It's going to take in little teeny highlights and just hit these teeny little spots. So this is oxide red and phthalo green on the red side all the way down to with white to about a 3. I'm just going to scratch in the use it. Well, it's probably maybe closer to 2. This might be the last one here. Just goes in. I'm going to clean it off. Nice piece of paint. Got the red on that outside of that thing and more red. A little oxide, almost pure oxide red, and a few of these little teeny spots. All right. No, I can't do any more. Right. Probably got to get in front of it and just check it, but I'll bring you in close and you can just take a look, on the face. You can see what I'm trying to do is just hit the highlights and let the darks really set in. I'm not even touching the insides of those eyes except for my finger. And then, hitting the highlights. The highlights come from the edges and work their way out, the darks. That way you can keep the softness and blend them into the darks. Really sharp ones. Green door, pretty much green, the right green. Did not use as much as I thought I would on it. And the shadows, yeah, they're a little bit off, but they really keep trying to keep what was in there showing through. So letting some of these colors, purples and stuff show through. Yeah, can always change it if I don't like it later. So. Okay, anybody, how are we doing? You guys need more time?
Well, my battery's dying.
Well, let's see you. You got 5 minutes anyways. Let's see what you did.
All right. It needs a lot of work on the knocker or whatever.
Ooh,
But
wow. Fabulous.
you think so?
Oh,
Really?
hell yeah. That looks gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
That's really interesting. It has a lot of nice, some great color. It's very intriguing. Your colors are really interesting. Your drawings, right there. It's really nice.
Well, thanks. It was
Yeah.
kind of fun just messing around with it,
Did you paint over an old canvas, or you just?
No,
you
if
started
I'd
it?
known, I could have hunted one up, but I didn't know, that was the plan. But
This is good though. No, this feels. You really caught texture in that door and the feeling in that door. Without doing too much color.
yeah, when you started doing the knife, I started throwing that in. It helped a lot, but
It loosens it up sometimes.
yeah,
It's just, when you're trying to create texture, your brush can give you so many, but then your knife comes in and gives you that extra one.
yeah,
And leaves gobs of paint where, the brush doesn't do all that. So
yeah, and it always looks nice with more texture. So
yeah.
Well-
Yeah.
well, thanks. I'll try to finish it and not screw it up.
Yeah. That looks cool though. That should be a good one for you. Congrats.
Thanks. Yeah, I bet my grandkids are gonna like that one.
Oh, I hope so.
My
Oh,
grandson
shit.
likes to paint
That's,
creepy stuff.
Yeah, we did well. If grandkids gonna like it.
Yeah. Well, I'll find out soon.
Yeah, you do have older grandkids, so yeah, I was thinking little kids.
No, yeah, but I got 5 18-year-olds coming. I got to feed them for 4 days.
Oh God, that's gonna suck you dry.
I know.
Okay. All
All right,
right,
well-
you take her easy.
Thanks. Yeah.
Good job,
Thank you.
Ellen. Let's see. Did you paint? Let's see.
Yeah.
Ellen, you
there
did paint.
go.
Congrats.
Cool.
I did.
Wow. Wow, really? You caught the
Nice.
texture. The colors look great for someone who's just watching around. I mean, just started. Really?
Yeah, the color makes, yeah, thank you. My canvas was too big, so I didn't paint it all.
Okay, that's fine. You can always trim it down.
Yeah.
Those are easy to do. Really nice. Good drawing too.
Thank you. So it was
Yeah.
fun painting.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to just get in there and do details. And
yeah.
that's a really, really fun. I loved your horse too. Congrats on your
Oh.
horse last week.
Thank you. I was surprised. I couldn't believe I could do it. So you just got to try.
You do. That thing was amazing. Congrats.
Thank you, Jim.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Nice job. All right. Let's go to Kim. No mic, Kim. That's all right. We don't No mic. That's all right. We can go.
I'm
without mic.
here. I'm
Oh,
here.
she's gonna mic up. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Now you have.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
cool.
Come on, you had plenty of paintings to paint over, right?
I did, and I know, and I would have tried that.
I just thought of it, so that's.
I
I'm
know,
sorry,
you know,
folks.
I like to do that, but not
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah, that is Kim. Really solid drawing. Your drawing skills are really gotten so much better since I've known you and stuff. You're really very nice on that guy. Solid. I would say, keep going. You're not too far from finishing, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I would say just a little more shadows on the bottom of the knocker itself. Just the ring.
The ring
Uh,
itself needs a little work.
Just that thing, I think could just soften a little shadows
Yeah,
and stuff, and
yeah.
just it stands out just a hair too far. And I think the shadows will pull it back in. I would say tone down the corners of the painting too and push it in a little bit, and that should be really quite cool. Yeah, what is that? 9 by 12?
This one is
8 by 10.
I don't know. It's one of these new ones I bought from when I got back. It's actually cotton on board, so
Oh.
it's 18 by 24 centimeters. I think it's more like 8 by 10.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think it's more like 8 by 10.
Okay. Well, you're that place down the street from you should like it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Meryl, let's see if Meryl is painted or wiped off. Let's see. Hey, Meryl.
There she is.
Yay. Uh-oh. We got something.
How the fuck she did it? Here we go. Oops.
Ooh,
It's a
look at that.
star.
Oh,
It's-
that is cool,
a star.
Meryl.
Oops. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Sorry. There. Yeah, I can't get the highlights. Every time I go to do the highlights of the ring, it won't, the white, I'm not getting my brights white.
It's not bright
Anyway.
bright enough. Basically, touch oil before you grab your paint. Just barely touch a little oil, medium, before you grab your paint. When you grab it, you get 2 to 3 good strokes before it will blend in.
Okay.
So it will lay on top of the other paint, or you can wait till it dries a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'll have a little play.
Or
I get
you
some-
or you could be fun and take your painting eraser, and go in there and pull out paint.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's always
Right.
options.
I was going to ask, what's the best supplier in England? Because we're going to England next week. So, Kim, who do you use?
Either Cass Art or Jackson's.
Okay,
Jackson,
yeah.
I always hear
I
of.
saw those online this morning. Thanks.
Yeah, those are the two.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Well,
that
Thank you.
was pretty impressive. You guys really I figured, it's a face. Basically, it is a face, and for you guys to follow along and color wise, your colors look great. And hit the face pretty, right there. Congrats. That's you did something really cool. Thanks for joining. And next week, we should be back up and running. I should be able to have everything ready to go again. And we'll find something fun to paint again. All right.
Thank you for the great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. Thank you.
You did great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks,
Have a
Jim. Have a
great
good week.
weekend.
All right, guys. Yeah. Have a great week.
Bye.
Post them
Bye.
too. When you get them done, post them. I want to show off these to the other guys.
Okay, thanks.
job.
Bye.
Yeah. it
Thank
was
you.
fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Jane.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.